them. I mean, they are always in state house.
When did they experience the Damascus moment? When did they start discussing things? Why were they not discussing?
So are you saying that it is not strategic for Matiang'i to...
No. For Matiang'i, it's very strategic for him to offer himself as a person who is going to give Kenya pleasure.
And tag along this gentleman?
If I were Matiang'i, I will create a brand, a standalone brand, which will be more powerful than any political party in Kenya, more powerful than all these politicians, so that when you get to sometime Easter in 2027, that your brand is so powerful than any political party.
Let's allow Mheshimiwa briefly and then come to you.
There are two things that I just wanted to mention briefly. My brother Wakili had mentioned about Senator Gloria Oroba being victimized.
Right.
She's hounded, actually.
According to what Wakili is saying, but I don't believe. You know why? Because she was not the only UDA member in that function. We also had a member of parliament, Mheshimiwa Nyamoko, who comes from Nyamira, and chair lands committee, and he has not received any form of communication from the party. So I don't think that
I mean, she was even here last week complaining about this coming from
That was just
the party
complaining,
leadership,
but
as good as today as well.
We haven't seen any letter yet on that one. Number two, the Kenya Kwanza administration led by President William Ruto has been in office for only 3 years. Surely, how can you today or Kenyans wake up and say that they expect miracles from President Ruto? Why are we not talking about the development, the track record since we took over office, the digitalization of over 5,000 public services, the SMEs, the hustler funds, the healthcare reforms, subsidies, why are we not talking about it? Why don't you want to give credit to the Kenya Kwanza administration? And by the way, let me tell you, for your information, 2 more years before we get to the election, there will be a total change in the economy. Take it from me.
All right. Okay, so a summon is different. I hope you're privy to the information that there was a summon that was sent to Senator Gloria Oroba in relation to this and signed by the committee chairperson, Charles Njenga.
Okay, I haven't...
And Nyamoko?
Okay.
You know why I sent? Yeah. Why I sent, I think the Kenyans need to study these politicians properly.
Okay.
Because I'm just listening to Mheshimiwa here, very eloquently expressing how this government has performed, and then the time was just 3 years. I want them to know that the government which have succeeded in the world, they succeed in the first 6 months, the first 1 year. The Kibaki government, in the first 6 months, we have voted the happiest and the most hopeful people in the world. Ishelema in Zambia, when he took over, the Chinese were running the airport. Within 9 months, the government had taken possession. Obama in the US, within 1 year, he had returned around a recession into a growth. And so was Bill Clinton. And so was Margaret Thatcher. The moment the government failed to perform in the first year, it won't perform even if it's given in 10 years, because the performance comes from people's euphoria, people's hope created in you that you are moving in the right direction, because the government, it doesn't work. It is the people who work. And then, it's shocking me that Hustler Fund, which basically failed, which did not work. You see, there was no intention of making Hustler Fund work. If there was, that's what they could have done. They could have collected that money, put it to KCB, or put it to cooperative bank, people with the experience of giving loans, converting small-scale micro-enterprises into small-scale enterprises into medium enterprises. But how do you change the economy by giving a Kenyan 500 shillings and 1,000? There was no intention of making that fund work. And that's why I've never understood the people around the president.
Fair enough. Gentlemen, we have to close as we give us our last sentiments. perhaps I'd love for you to touch briefly on the formation of the IEBC, because there's been a lot of noise left, right, and center that finally it looks like the white smoke is coming, but at the same time, people are not convinced that this is the right team as nominated.